on me. I ask again, are you willing to take this journey? Expectation weighs in heavily on me right now. Everyone seems to be holding their breath.
Hey guys, it's the Insane Machine Cody Hawkins, and you're watching WGS-TV.
Greetings everyone, you have warped your way back in from the tube of you into another episode of Sakura Fantasy, right here on WGS-TV. I am the Wrestlegamer, and on the last episode, we kind of had a one-on-one talk with the Empress, but still can't make any heads or tails of what she means when she's talking about the star. So we ended up concluding for the night, and now we are back in the training grounds. So this was the last line of the last episode. I'm not on guard duty, thank the creator. After all that's happened in those chambers, I'll never complain about hitting wooden dummies ever again. In fact, it's nice to be able to hit something after listening to those councilmen for so long. Unfortunately, Kira motions for us to cease training. The first day I get back to it, and there's already going to be interruptions. Novices! I require your attention. Excuse me. The Empress herself is visiting our training grounds. Pay your utmost respect. Ardena is visiting us now? No one knows her reason for visiting today, but I can take a guess. After what I saw in the council chamber, I knew it could be for no other reason than recruiting. Ardena looks much the same as she did when she last visited. She's wearing her emotionless mask. She takes a moment to wait for the rest of the novices in the barracks to assemble themselves. My novices, my knights, I come before you with a request. Despite her lack of emotion, her words still sounded inspirational. Not a single person looks away. They're waiting on her every word. All of you know that a star fell from the sky a week ago. Everyone has discussed what the star means, but its meaning will only become apparent when we see it for ourselves. There is going to be an expedition to reach the star, traveling through the mires and into the desolate lands beyond. Will any of you volunteer for this? It will be a journey filled with peril, so I understand if you refuse. But your Empress needs brave volunteers. Will you not help her in her time of need? Most of the novices look away. I can't blame them. What is she asking? What she's asking for is practically suicide. It's one thing to be on the walls and just defending. It's another to actually brave the wilderness to seek a fallen star. Kira also looked shocked. She wasn't expecting something like this. My Empress, surely you ask too much of these novices. They're not ready for battle yet. Can you not come later? I'm afraid this cannot wait, Kira. I also reaffirm that this is only for volunteers. I will force no one. Surely there is one among you who would go forward to seek the star. Her vacant eyes survey the entire crowd before her. As I'm about to step forward, I feel a hand on my shoulder. It's Gwen holding me back. Don't go near the mires. You won't come back alive. Never before have I heard her words sounded as brave as they do now. Relenting, I step back into the crowd. I think the Empress notices me when I do, though. The crowd parts as she begins to walk towards me. It seems that we meet again. I have an unusual feeling about you, guardsman. Trusting my feelings has led me into prosperity in the past. So this is what I will ask of you. Guardsman, would you be willing to take this journey? All the other novices gape at me in awe. The Empress herself has requested for Raelin to go on this journey? They talk among themselves excitedly. The Empress seems to notice their chatter. I had forgotten to ask your name when I had spoken with you before. Please forgive me, Raelin. The words caused an even stronger reaction than before. Raelin has spoken with the Empress before? How could that happen? Ignoring the rumor mongers, Ardena focuses her full attention on me. I ask again, Are you willing to take this journey? Expectation weighs in heavily on me right now. Everyone seems to be holding their breath. Before I can open my mouth to reply, Kira steps in. I can't let such an inexperienced combatant go into the wild, not without someone to ensure her safety. What you are asking of her is too much, my Empress. Then are you saying you wish to join her, Kira? It's not often I see my instructor knocked off balance. But I have my duties here, Empress. I am not forcing you to make a decision. You may go or may stay. I know the journey will be perilous. Torn between her work and this proposal, Kira looks over to me. I have a duty to keep my novices to keep them safe, to train them to face adversity. I cannot allow Raelin to go into the wilds alone. If she chooses to go, I will join her. I will arrange for someone to take my place while I am gone. Someone else steps forward from the crowd. None other than Gwen. She's stone-faced, trying to hide her fear. I will not let my friend go in there without me. Allow me to join this expedition. It'll take a dozen scribes to fill your place, Gwen. I am aware of that. It is a sacrifice they will have to make. Kira is shaking her head, but she's smiling, too. It seems you have all agreed on this. For the first time, I see the Empress smiling. You will be hearing from the castle shortly. If we are going to do this, we will need time to prepare. My Empress, can I request a month's notice before we have to leave? These novices are not ready. The smile disappears from Ardena's face, but she accepts. So shall it be. You have a month before you proceed into the wilds. Do your best to prepare. I will ensure that you will have everything you need to seek the star. Simply ask for it, and it will be provided. Thank you, my Empress. I will do my best. We all will. I believe in each and every one of you. That concludes my business here. Please continue with your training, novices. No one will think less of you for refusing. Though she puts it that way, the novices still seem to be ashamed. Yet they still don't have the courage to step forward. Keep training, do your Empress proud in your own way. As the Empress leaves, Kira looks at a loss with herself. We just agreed to a suicide mission. Well, you two are brave. Bravery alone isn't going to be enough out there. I think we'll conclude training early today. We'll talk about this later. Kira disappears back into the barracks. All of the novices leave the training grounds as soon as she does. Soon, it's only me left. Had she planned this for the entire time? Did she already decide that I was going to go on this journey? I don't know what to think now. Have I just condemned myself to die namelessly in the wilderness? No, I can't think like that. I will be ready for whatever lies out there. If I remember correctly, the star landed north. Wait, if it's landed out there, then that means I better not get ahead of myself. I need to prepare. If that star had landed where I think it has, then I absolutely must make it there. Failure is not an option. Returning to our sleeping quarters, I find Gwen waiting for me. For a moment, we just stand there, taking in the gravity of what we've done. So we're going on an expedition. We're going to see the Mires firsthand. Do you know what this means? We'll get a chance to kill monsters? Yes, but do you know what we're going to face apart from monsters? The Mires are filled with black mud, the kind that clings to your legs and feet. Not to mention flooding, lack of food, snaring vines. I didn't want you to go because I read all about those swamps. Now that we're going into them, I can't help but feel afraid. It'll be fine, Gwen. I hope so. There's so much to plan for in the meantime. Food will have to be rationed, too. We can only carry so much. Not to mention there's nothing to be scavenged. Nothing can be scavenged from the forest? Surely there's something we could forage for out there. We won't really have time to forage. The best thing we can do is ration ourselves as we travel. Food is definitely going to be a problem then. Yes, but there is so much to consider when on a journey like this. But you will find you are in capable hands. Gwen is used to planning, rationing, and handling equipment requisitions. Her years spent as a novice at this barracks have proven invaluable. I am so glad she has chose to come with us. What of you, Gwen? Do you think you'll be okay out there? My gift will be enough. Your farseeing will not help you in a fight, so I will protect you. Why do I need to be protected, though? Can I not protect myself? I never said you couldn't protect yourself, and I never said that you shouldn't return the favor if I do protect you. We're going into dangerous lands. If we want to survive, we need to protect each other. She makes a really good point there. I guess if I'm too focused on proving my own worthiness. Looking away, Gwen seems to be lost in thought. I wish I knew why we're seeking that star, but the Empress doesn't wish to tell us. Recalling the events in the council chambers, I can only think that the star must mean something significant. The Empress is much older than any of us. What it means to her could be long lost to history. It must be a painful memory or something very personal. Your ability to read others is unusual, Raelin. I do not remember you being so insightful with Kira, but now that you mention of it, it's fully possible. We all have our memories we do not wish to speak of. Haven't you seen that melancholy look in her eyes, too? It's like she's mourning. Am I the only one who has noticed that? Yes, it does look like she's in grief. It's the first thing I noticed about her when she visited us. Who or what is she mourning the loss of? That is what I can't work out. She is a frustrating empress to read. Yes, but she is our frustrating empress. So we must do our best to make sure that we find that star. If it means something to her, then it means something to the entire Empire. I remember her saying it did matter to the entire Empire. What it possibly means is beyond my understanding. Did you find anything about the stars in the old legends? I have not found any legends about the stars since you've asked. I will keep looking and see if I can find anything. For now, we should rest. You should also go see Kira. I believe you owe her your thanks. That would be a good idea. Kira has been apprehensive ever since I agreed to go on this journey. I need to talk to her and put her at ease. Thank you, Gwen. I'll speak to her soon. Good, I need to get back to work. I need to put forward an equipment request to the Empress. We'll need supplies of all kinds, including replacement armor. Some monsters can destroy armor out there. I'm sure you would rather not be nude while in the mires. I don't think we would mind. With all that mud, slime, and rain? Exactly, on that note, we'll need warm clothing too. I'm not sure if I could convince Kira to wear anything different though. Anyway, you should really get going now. We both have things that we need to do. Gwen quickly disappears into the hallways of the barracks. I guess there's nothing to do now but talk to Kira. And before we do that, guys and gals, we're going to go ahead and call it an episode on the next one. We're going to make our way towards Kira, so with that being said, I am the Wrestlegamer, saying we'll see ya at the next warp zone. The star has fallen from the heavens. The impossible has happened. No, it was always possible. It was only a matter of time. Okay, he needs a scientist to fix a